Man, 2024. It was a thing, wasn't it? As many of us wrestle with the uncertainty the year brought, About Time is here to share the true joy found in a simple life.
I'm Tim.
I'm Mary.
It's my mother's name.
I remind you of your mother?
Obviously, I should have thought these through more. Could you give me 1 second? I'm Tim.
I'm Mary.
I love your eyes.
Do you?
I love the rest of your face too. Haven't even looked further down, but I'm sure it's all fantastic.
Filmmakers love time travel, but they often miss the point. It's not about winding back the clock, it's about us. About Time flips this on its head. It doesn't need flashy effects or paradoxes. It's a science fiction story about life's simplest truth, love in all its ordinary brilliance. About Time is the most unlikely of sci-fi movies because it doesn't make a big deal about its one great trick. It presents itself as a stylish Richard Curtis romantic comedy, but the reveal is that main protagonist Tim's big deal is that he can travel through time. It is a very ordinary science fiction story, but it's in this ordinariness we find its most powerful message. It's the best sci-fi movie you'll see with no flashy special effects. It is contemporary while being a story for the ages because it hones in on the human condition. It focuses on love, simple, profound, and powerful. What if you could undo a bad date, help your sister, or say the right thing at the right time? Tim is caught up in the potential to change the little moments that shape his life. When he discovers he can travel back in time, it's because Tim's very ordinary father is also a time traveler. There are rules, Dad explains. You can't go outside your own life to kill Hitler. You can tease out the threads of your own life's tapestry, but your ability to do great harm or give joy is limited to the narrow path you've already walked. While this might seem the world's most stupid superpower, it leans into the consequences our decisions have on our own lives. While we might want to murder Hitler, who doesn't want a good, wholesome round of Nazi killing? That's not a decision that will affect many of us in the here and now. It's not personal, and without that individual touch, it lacks stakes and consequences. But deciding whether to kiss that girl on New Year's Eve, that's a titanic decision that will shape our very souls for years to come. There are moments we all have where we wince when remembering them. We know that if we just made a different choice, things would be better, sometimes for us, but often for those around us. This is because we humans are sometimes motivated by self-interest, but we're almost always motivated by how our actions impact others. The everyday, almost workmanlike decisions we frequently make lead us to unexpected ends that aren't always welcome. About Time hones in on the consequences of these decisions. It uses the conceit of time travel to focus on the simple, quiet moments that connect us to each other and frame our reality in the world we live in. Part of the way the movie does this is by presenting a series of what if questions to Tim, which give him the real buyer's remorse versus being things that are totally forgettable in a year. Because he can travel back in time on a whim, he's able to see the cringe moments of a teenage fling for the paltry things they are, just as he can recognize the damage done to his sister by an abusive boyfriend. If we consider Tim's life as a parallel to our own, it shows us that there's a path to making better decisions, but also a path to being a better person. We can make decisions in the moment fueled by the agency of our better angels that will uplift the people we talk to and resonate with the orchestra of our lives. It's because the film understands that despite the hate we see on the socials or in the news, there is true joy in the simplicity of life. It's fun to flirt and fall in love. It's triumphant to help a friend land the best stage play of his life. Making good, kind, and decent friends will give us hilarious and poignant moments in equal measure. And if we find ourselves bereft of these sensations, then it's a simple matter to start today, one decision at a time, with the mindful intent to be better. Being better doesn't mean we need to Captain America our way to defeating Ultron. It's as simple as supporting a coworker with his dealings with his bullying boss or being kind to the cashier when we buy our lunch. About Time understands the simplest truth there is. We're all in this together, and together we can make a difference. Love is a thing we feel, but love is also a choice, selections we make every day to reach those perfect family dinners or to raise a life with beautiful children from the ashes of that first imperfect date. About Time is a sci-fi movie without explosions, but it shows us the extraordinary wonder of our very ordinary lives through a deeply human heart. At first, Tim uses time travel to fix awkward crushes and other cringeworthy moments. But soon he learns the real trick: to live as if every day matters the first time around. As he navigates life, he learns a critical secret. While being able to travel through time is amazing, not needing to travel through time is the real superpower. Tim, through his very ordinary life, learns the most extraordinary thing. Our small choices have big consequences, and turning up for his friends, his family, his colleagues, clients, and yes, even the cashier at his lunch place, means he doesn't need time travel. This is the lasting and most powerful lesson of the movie. We don't need to be time travelers to change the world. We just need to be human. Sure, we can make mistakes, but so can everyone. The movie encourages us to make mistakes and learn from them, while also counseling us to be kind and gentle with those around us who make their own mistakes. None of us are perfect, but we don't need time travel to get through the day. All we need is each other. There's a theme going around the world that we've somehow got superhero fatigue, that the latest Marvel or DC movies aren't doing well because we're tired of the spandex. This is not true, or at least not for the reasons that the heads of Disney or Warner Brothers would have us believe. They have weaponized a product that is entirely flash, devoid of all consequence. Heroes can become villains, the evil are forgiven at a moment's notice, and no one stays dead anymore. Audiences aren't tired of capes, they're tired of being duped. About Time makes a different choice with how it's wooing audiences. It chooses simplicity to tell its powerful story. There are no bombs or races against the clock. We don't have a multiverse, and we're unable to resurrect people who die. By facing the profound nature of inviolate actions and their consequences, it reasserts meaning in a way that superhero movies have failed to do for years now. Audiences aren't tired of superheroes. We're tired of stories with no stakes. That's where About Time comes in. It doesn't need capes or explosions. It respects us enough to show real consequences, real love, and real loss. There's a lesson here for filmmakers. You can make a sci-fi movie with heart. You don't need to wind audiences around the axle of time travel paradox or blast their eyeballs through the backs of their skull with special effects. All you need is action and consequence, and it's this component that should be the take-home recipe for sci-fi producers of tomorrow. About Time isn't just another rom-com cranked out to capitalize on our emotions. It's a deeply moving, deeply funny movie that shows us not just which decisions and people are the most important, but it also makes you want to be a better person. It's a movie that asks you for introspection, not on Tim's life, but your own. About Time demands you reflect, but also to cherish the little things. It's not the Insta follower count or having a Maserati that's the thing we'll remember at the end of our span. It's our friends, family, and the very ordinary, but so extraordinary love we've shared. It's a movie that keeps us grounded by reminding us just how high we can fly on the wings of our brilliant, vanilla existence. So, what's the takeaway? About Time reminds us that life isn't about chasing the extraordinary. Life's about choosing to find the extraordinary in the everyday. It's about the friends, family, and fleeting moments we carry with us when everything else fades. And after a year like 2024, isn't that what we all need to hear? What did you think of About Time? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Next, I'll get into a story about monsters, heroes, and the courage of the overlooked. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and just for good measure, text someone you love today. And thanks for watching.
Please hang up and try again.